Oh, here we go! Another game of Starcraft after a lengthy break, but don't worry. It was all good. So we have a Terran versus a Zerg, and we are at 1-1 right now. There we go. Bling. Nicely done. And there we go. So, the games so far have been quite awkward, let's say, but we're powering through. So the first was a bit of a base trade thing gone wrong, and the second game was a little weird because there was a lot of minerals involved, a lot of expansions involved, and then suddenly a GG. But I talked to the players, and actually, what happened was that the Zerg player Banarak actually hotkeyed his hatches during the fight, the last fight with the tanks at the expansion, and so he came to his base suddenly realizing he hadn't made any units for a while, and that's why he died. So, critical error, a single silly mistake, and you lose, and that's what StarCraft's all about, well, at least StarCraft 2. So we are here now building barracks and another wall in, which is a safe thing to do. I have talked to the players a little bit about general balance. I've talked about the commands, well, the sexy here, that when you queue up 3 tanks, it is best to just, you know, ooh, we've got a third expansion here straight off, so a little bit more aggressive than before. Talked about if you have 3 tanks queued, that means you probably would have had a factory. You know, you could have had one. Extractor here again, so that's 3 hatch before pool. A little risky, depending on what's going to happen here, whether or not we are going to see an expansion at the gold here. It's all gold from. Oh, is all of this gold? What? Okay, so I've not seen this map, so open gold expansion, and going for 3 of those, well, 2 of those. So this is going to be a little macro heavy, and then I can understand going 3 hatches because you're going to have a lot of income and probably a lot of links to spend. So there we go, second gas now, so we are not going to see some straight up 3 fac or 3 racks or 4 racks. No, here's the spawning pool. It is being built. I'll put the production tab on. That's nice and cheaty. And yeah, all right. We've got some marines to swat over. We've got 2 barracks though. We have 2 barracks. So let's see when this is going to kick in on the Zerg end of things. Because this might become a little interesting in terms of timings, actually. So we have a tech lab, so we might see Stimpack. That would be cool too. 2 base. We have the CV is being built. 2 more marines. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We do have 200 gas in the bank already, not really being spent. But all right. So the scout is in. We do have a baneling nest, so that if it's going to be marine pressure, that baneling nest is going to save him a little bit. Reactor and the factory is there as well, so it might be, well, of course, factory to go to starport. That's dangerous little overlords, very dangerous little overlords. It is not going to get spotted, however. That's all good. A lot of minerals, not a lot of, well, there's only 1 gas here. Wow, okay, so this is going to be full on Stimpack now being started, metabolic boosts. Almost done. There we are. Let's see what we have in terms of units. He's going to wait quite a bit and really bank up in terms of income. He's almost double the Terran right now. That overload finally getting taken out after it floated through the entire fucking base. 2 reactors, barracks pumping marines, and the factory right now being rallied, bunker at the top. This is the thing though, if Terran doesn't decide to move out, then any sort of link bust or whatever will be a little bit in peril if the troops are at home. If he moves out, the surround will be easy. The Spire here though, so we are going to see some Mutilisks. It's going to be dangerous in terms of micro. because Mutalisks do require some babysitting, and there's some stim marines around. That's going to be quite difficult. Starport now, obviously, for the massive amount of Vikings, or a Liberator, I don't know. Some more depots. Nah. This is quite interesting. When this all of this is going to break up, and there we go. We've got 22 lings now being produced, which is not too bad. We've got a missile turret coming up, so I know I was about to say if there's going to come up some more missile turrets up in the main here. There, you might have scanned the spire, which is about to pop. There's quite a bit in here. There's not too much supply. But there's seven Mutalisks worth at least. And there's number 8. No, okay. 7 Mutalisks. And not that many lings because he hadn't produced any before. Alright. Missile turrets. Things happening in the background, nothing to worry about. Peacocks indeed. And barracks, engineering bay. So, still probably just the Marines. And yeah, a tank in the exact same location as before. So, if there's going to be a Bane bust of some sorts, of quite some size, this might still happen. Otherwise, he's just going to have to wait for the next expansion attempt, because of course these minerals, even though they are quite bountiful in terms of minerals, they're going to be dry soon. So, because he's spending well, I must say, he's keeping up with his expansion, his production. I mean, we've got a couple of medevacs here now to do. Then I think a push is going to happen. If he bumps into the Zerg while pushing, it's going to be over. Oh, here we go, a little bit of Mutalisk play now, and yeah, he's going to try and sandwich here. He's going to try and pressure the front, probably. I was hoping for an expansion here, maybe. But these Mutalisks need to be used soon, because there's complete obliviousness, should I say. So he needs to make the most of this. Most of this is going to go up here now, and needs to back off, otherwise it's going to be really bad. And that's basically what he's got. There's no bust at the front here, though. So this is the miscue. I don't think he wanted to do that, but that's kind of what you wanted here. Oh, he's going to go in. Too fast. Too fast. And there we go. So no, he could have broken this down easily. Two Banes. Now he goes for it, and he shouldn't have. Should have done that before. 2 busts, boom, and this would have been gone, and that would have been GG right there. Because there's a lot, and this is a turtling Terran, and I don't see him moving out now because of the Mutalisk threat. He's going to get pressured a little bit. He's got a couple of missile turrets here now. Bano does not need to come back here. He's going to try and get a few more pot shots. It's getting dangerous. He's going to break down the tank. This is getting really dangerous with these Widow Mines. I don't understand why the Widow Mines aren't being used, actually. The bunker actually doing some damage. Here come the forces that should have been there at the first place. But, yeah, a little lack of coordination. And this time, Terran is going to prevail in his defense. And I don't get why there's no Widow Mine here. Those Mutalisks should have been dead. They should have been gone. He has seen the command center that's waiting here. But I don't know. He's gonna try and move out with this now, even though the Mutalisk threat is still there. And he surely has to know that there's some other threats out there as well. Moving out with his entire army, and the Mutalisks come in again for a couple of pot shots and forcing the entire army back. So he's really just locked into his base, paralyzed with fear because of these. Why is that Widow Mine on there? Seriously, why are these still alive? One Widow Mine, burrow, done. GG. Over. Now command center finally raising again. And yeah. He doesn't know how to push out. He's going to leave some Marines back. Oh, God, and he's going to get the effect he wanted. That's rewarding bad play there. And he's moving out now. Bad, oh no, bad impromptu attack here, but what is going to come of it? I think oh, Widowmine doing its work. Otherwise, that would have been a major setback. Well, that might have even been game, because, well, there's a lot of production happening here. There's an extra barracks being produced, actually, a couple more. And he's going to move out with that. But there's ample to answer. 24 lings on the way, just now popping. And this army is going to get wiped off of the face of the earth. We've got so many Mutalisks here now, +1 attack as well. And yeah, that's going to be sobering experience coming up here. As it, this, oh, he's going to go for the expansion. That's even better. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Is he going to do this just with the okay, fine. It's going to work because there's no coordination whatsoever. Bye-bye, gone. Completely wiped out. A little bit of economic damage, but I don't think he cares about that. He is going to fly back with the Mutalisks to, to finish off the the Metafax who, well, yeah, why not? Straight home. Now, the expansion is going to get completely destroyed. The gold is empty. And Terran's going to starve. We've got quite a few Marines being produced out of... So yeah, this could still be dangerous, but in terms of economy, it's just silly. Lag. Liberators, they're not going to be enough. They're going to do some damage, and the Mutalisks are going to get really damaged before the Zerglings come in way too late, and no Banelings to speak of. Because of course these are 1-1 Marines versus 0 Carapace Mutalisk. So yeah, alright, fine. But yeah. There's the production problem here that Bannerack has. This is where the production problem comes in, because if you have your army, they're even. With this many bases, Bannerack, I don't think he's probably not hotkeyed these. He's not hotkeyed. See, hotkeys, dangerous thing to have. He hasn't hotkeyed his expansion, so there's a billion lava here he hasn't used while he has 1,000 minerals in the bank. Production's just not there. Of course, Zerglings being as lava intensive that they are, he's just, yeah, he's breaking even basically every single time with the units he produces. All of these, does he see them? Please let them see them. Build something. With these billions of larvae, there's so many units here. It's quite disgusting. Yeah, there's a couple of there's a lot of Baneling, some Marine inability, and these Mutalisks are still going to lose quite a few numbers after wiping this out. But what's going to happen now? We've got production again. We've got 28 Zerglings, but 2 expansions are down. 2 expansions are down. Bannerack needs to be really careful as he's about to mine out. So, again, production inability. He's been doing okay. He's actually doing a cheeky expansion here, which is really just an insult to injury. You should not have done that. Is there no Widow Mine here? I saw one skitter around, but there's no Widow Mine to defend this. Again, missed opportunity. You've got the cheesiest piece of shit unit in the history of the game. I don't see how you could not use that. Yeah, a little piecemeal. So all of them now mechanically falling apart. His army is here. He's dealing with the brunt of these Mutalisks. But in terms of army composition, again, Bannerack is actually falling behind. And yeah, the cheap invincibility. That's the thing. Hard counters, right? These Marines, you can't beat them with lings anymore. You have to have fungal growth. You have to have some kind of ability to counter these. He's doing the thing with the Mutalisks here. I don't know where they are. They're coming back home to save now. But that's the thing with there's a hard counter to this. Yeah, these Marines are invincible until said otherwise. They're invincible. They can't. So, but there we go. It's 2-1. Marine medevac, just normal Marine medevac. Lurglings can't do anything about it. Mutalisks can't do anything about it. Banelings, if positioned well, and they're expensive and very intense in that kind of thing, you need some kind of break. Yeah, you need a fungal growth. You need a blinding cloud. You need something, or for just superior positioning, to break through. And he failed in his production. He really did fail in his production. So he didn't have enough to break that little ball of Marines. So they win. At a lower level, I'm talking about lower level, I'm not talking about anything else. Those are a big map. So that's the thing, that's the problem that makes it so frustrating. Because he was doing really well, he expanded well. Of course, he neglected his macro, and that's the thing. You can't do anything. After a while, your micro will not be enough. Your micro will simply not be enough. Because in Brood War, I'm not going to say, because they were pretty even in terms of what they were doing. And the Mutalisks, even with perfect micro, he was always going to lose them, because they just melt. And that's the sad thing. In Brood War, those Mutalisks would have been fine to counter the Marines. Anyway, onward to the next game.